work of art. You know, he got the boxing skills and the ability to, you know, do whatever he wanted in the ring. You know, and it's gonna be with the skills that he possesses and the smarts that he has. You know, and given the opportunity, I think he can pose a great threat to everybody in the division. You know, and be the last man standing given the opportunity.
I think that's a good fight for both of them in right now in their careers.
You know, he's just been working on, you know, different stuff like hand placement, you know, same old stuff, using the jab, using my combinations, stepping off. So the chemistry's been great. I like him a lot. And it shows why, you know, he's a great.
Terence Crawford just made a move that shocked the entire boxing world. The man who handed Errol Spence his only loss, the undisputed king, is now publicly backing Spence to win his next fight against Tim Tszyu. Think about that for a second. This isn't just about a fight anymore. This is about an impossible comeback, a legendary rival's unexpected loyalty, and a challenger who believes he's about to end an era. By the end of this, you'll understand why this isn't just a bold prediction, but a decision that changes everything we thought we knew about Errol Spence.
I'm definitely a fan of boxing. You know, I'm gonna be in Australia. I'm gonna be supporting Spence, rooting him on. You know, I just like to support, you know, fighters in his own right. I done been in Boots' locker room supporting him. You know, so yeah, it's just crazy how the tables turn. You know, when people get to a certain plateau and they forget about things like that.
You know, I think that's a great fight for both of them because it's winnable for both of them. Me and my boy Tszyu had a little wager on if him and Spence fought each other, who will win. And I had to back Spence because that's what I believe in. But, you know, I'm not the one fighting, so at the end of the day, I'm not the one that controls who win or lose.
Yeah, it's a lot of good trainers, but you know, I went with the best. It was the best trainer that fits me.
The Houston Mid is different from Dallas, right?
Yeah. It's a big difference. That's the main thing.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, man. It's a big difference.
3 years, the last time everybody see you in the ring. You know, there's, I guess, you even said yourself, like, you didn't have to come back to boxing, but it's just something that you wanted to do. How have you prepared yourself mentally, you know, for this fight versus Tszyu?
Me just training to my best abilities, trying hard, focusing, listening to my coach, and just getting back down to the.
After everything those two warriors have been through, the animosity, the build-up, the brutal fight itself, Crawford didn't hide. He didn't offer vague answers. He made it crystal clear he's backing Spence. And here's the kicker, Crawford will be in Australia ringside supporting him. He even told Tim Tszyu to his face that he's picking Errol to win. This is not social media posturing. This isn't empty hype. This is one of the greatest fighters of his generation, openly standing behind the man he wants defeated on the biggest stage. And that immediately raises the question, what does Crawford see in Spence that the rest of us might be completely missing?
You've been in camp with him. How's the camp been so far?
Well, everybody's right who say he's not going to be the same. He's going to be better. So much better than he ever was. You know, his body is well rested. He feels really good. You know, everything is going great. And as you saw today, you know, his punches are fluid. You know, he's strong. And he's throwing the punches to where I think he should throw them. And, you know, defense is looking good. So everything is going great. And hey, everybody that's thinking he don't have anything left, just wait.
Possible Bud sees the intense work being done behind closed doors. Maybe it's the raw hunger that returns after nearly 3 years away from the elite level. Or perhaps it's simply profound respect for a fighter willing to jump straight into a dangerous opponent like Tszyu instead of taking the easy comeback route. Whatever it is, Crawford isn't treating this like some ceremonial farewell tour for Spence. He's treating Errol like a legitimate, dangerous threat. But here's the thing, don't for a second think Tim Tszyu is intimidated by any of this. In fact, hearing Crawford publicly back his opponent only adds more fuel to the fire. And get this, the actual words Tszyu used to dismiss all that backing will shock you.
Spence is returning against Tim Tszyu. Just wanted your thoughts on the return of Errol. I think Errol going to do an amazing job. I'm looking forward to him getting back in the ring. And I think, you know, he's going to be successful in his comeback. And I picked him to win.
Did you ever have a niche where every single time you're like, oh, I knew I could be here. I knew I could do this. I knew I could do that.
Yeah, I definitely knew, but I mean, sometimes you just have to rest your body. I didn't really rest my body after all the, little injuries or accidents that I had. I didn't rest my body, so it was the first time I got to rest my body for about 3 years. So it was good. I enjoyed it a lot.
While one former champion might believe the old Errol Spence is still alive and ready to shock the world, Tszyu is absolutely convinced he's about to prove that a new era has officially arrived. Confidence can spread through an entire team, and right now, it feels like Spence has one of the biggest names in boxing standing firmly in his corner. But whether that belief translates into victory on July 26th is another story entirely. And that's exactly why Tim Tszyu isn't worried about endorsements from boxing royalty. Not even for a second.
So, you've always been, calm and respectful throughout your whole entire career. And it's very rare times that we've seen you, go a bit, back and forth with a fighter. But Tim Tszyu, what exactly happened? It was just because you're saying on social media. What exactly did he say that it gets started?
I mean, I didn't go back and forth with him. I felt like I wasn't disrespectful to him. It's a fight, and I think I heard something he said about he gonna do me like Fundora did Keith Thurman, and just talk about a whole bunch of crap, and then he expect me to come shake his hand, and I just wasn't in the mood for that. It's time to fight. We're in a tough fight. He said it's gonna be a war, then let it be there.
Tim Tszyu isn't just treating Crawford's support as extra motivation, he's weaponizing it. What caught my attention immediately wasn't any loud trash talk. It was how eerily calm he sounded while basically promising to test something you simply can't measure on a punch tracker. Tim kept coming back to one crucial word without actually saying it out loud: heart asterisk. He wants to find out if that championship fire is still burning when the fight gets truly uncomfortable. And that, my friends, is a completely different challenge than just speed or power.
Yeah, to be honest, there's certain moments that I'm like, I should have happened this way, I should have done this. But it all comes down to, I'm living in the present right now. I'm bringing the biggest fight to ever hit Sydney, Australian shores. Bringing a name such as Errol Spence, who at the moment everyone sort of wants him, in the stack division that we got. And I get to, make a...
Tim isn't obsessing over Spence's speed, his power, or even that long layoff. He's digging deeper. I actually liked how honest Tszyu was about Errol taking this fight instead of a tune-up. Tim admitted he respects that mentality, but then he flipped it around. He basically said, "I'm going to make you wish you hadn't." That's cold. That's ice-cold killer instinct. And you can hear the influence of Jeff Fenech throughout this whole mindset. Tszyu sounds less like a fighter carrying pressure, and more like someone who's finally enjoying the process again.
No, not really. I'm preparing for the best. The biggest thing for me is to test his heart. How bad does he want it? When you've been there, done that in the sport, it's sort of like, do I need to do this? Do I need to keep on going? That's what I want to test when he starts talking to himself.
Yeah. Do you think his heart, he can question, you will make him question himself in there?
Well, that's what I'm going for. Yeah. If you take the heart.
A relaxed fighter can often be more dangerous than an angry one. He's thinking clearly, not forcing moments. And then Tszyu casually dropped this bombshell. He wants to finish the job asterisk quicker than Crawford did. That's a statement designed to get every boxing fan arguing. Is it supreme confidence? Is it sheer ambition? Or is it a dangerous mix of both? He even dismissed all the handshake drama. In Tszyu's mind, respect can wait until after the final bell. Right now, it's strictly business. That's the mentality of a fighter completely locked in. Coming up, we're going to hear from a boxing legend who's throwing cold water on both sides, and it reveals a hidden truth about this fight.
In your mind, I know we said about breaking Errol, but in your mind, you must feel like this doesn't see 12 rounds on your side.
For sure. That's what I'm going for.
I was reading an interview done with Sporting News Australia, I think, and you said about beating him better than Crawford did. Is that also the mentality in your mind as well?
Well, that's his last hooray that he had, you know? I want him to come back to the memories and do it quicker than Crawford.
And that brings us to Antonio Crawford breakdown. After Tim Tszyu spent the entire week talking like a man ready to close the chapter on Errol Spence's career, Tarver wasn't rushing to crown anybody. Instead, he started dissecting all the little details that could quietly decide this fight before the opening bell even rings. I actually appreciated that raw, honest approach. Tarver kept reminding us this isn't just another road trip for Spence. It's Australia. It's Tim Tszyu's backyard. That's a completely different atmosphere. Tarver even reflected on his own experience fighting there, which gives his opinion some serious extra weight. He doesn't sound like just another prediction tossed onto the internet.
Errol Spence coming back after almost a 3-year hiatus, and we know the last time we saw him was in the ring against pound for pound undisputed Bud Terence Crawford. So that's all we have to really go on, bro, and we want to, think that Errol Spence is at his complete best, that he's had a tremendous training camp, but from everybody on the outside looking in, we don't really know. All we have seen is a little bit of heavy bag work he's done. Haven't seen no real sparring or anything out.
Then Tarver brought up something many fans keep brushing past. We want asterisk to believe Spence is back at his absolute best, but wanting it and knowing it are two vastly different things. As Tarver pointed out, we've seen snippets, a few training clips, some heavy bag work, but the real answers, they don't come from social media. They come once somebody across the ring starts firing back. That's the part nobody can truly simulate. And here's where it gets even more complicated. Tarver didn't pretend Tim Tszyu was invincible either. Yes, Tim has the crowd, the momentum, the comfort of fighting close to home. But Tarver also reminded everyone that Tszyu has been through some demanding fights himself. We still don't fully know what those battles have taken out of him. So while one side is asking whether Spence can still be the old Spence after such a long layoff, the other side is quietly wondering whether Tim is about to prove he's entered a completely different level of the sport. Tarver wasn't selling certainty. He was selling asterisk questions asterisk. And honestly, that's even more compelling.
They're giving Tim Tszyu a lot of momentum coming into this fight, a lot of momentum. Even though as of late, especially with the Fundora fights, he took a lot of punishment. And right now, people don't really know if he's not a shot fighter at this time. We don't know that. So again, everything will be, revealed on fight.
And that's exactly why Antonio Tarver kept saying this fight is full of questions instead of guarantees. Because once you hear Errol Spence open up like this, you realize we're not just talking about ring rust or game plans anymore. We're talking about a man who had to rebuild himself long before he ever thought about rebuilding a boxing career. What hit me first was how brutally honest Spence was. He admitted there are huge parts of that accident he simply can't remember. And that's terrifying when you stop and think about it. Then, instead of pretending he bounced back overnight, he described someone who kept moving forward without truly processing what had happened. That felt real asterisk. When Errol talked about ignoring warning signs and later realizing he had been running through every stop sign life put in front of him, I wasn't hearing excuses. I was hearing raw, painful accountability. That's a huge difference. He even explained that the biggest comeback wasn't learning how to throw punches again. It was learning how to slow down, reconnect with his faith, and become fully present for his family. That's the real fight.
And just hearing and just that, that I'm blowing it. That I'm blowing it, and if I'm going to come back to boxing, I gotta be right. I gotta be right. I gotta be right with myself, and I just gotta be 100. And if I say I'm a family man, and and I'm living for my kids, and I'm living for my family, I gotta really do that. I can't just say I'm doing something, but then in the dark doing something else. Like, I gotta be 100% all in. And I was like, I'm not gonna come back to boxing until I'm 100%, you know what I'm saying, all in with the things I say I want to be right with, and I want to be right with my family, and just, you know.
You can hear the seismic shift in his mindset. The old Spence measured everything through boxing. This version, he talks about showing up for his kids with the same passion he once reserved for championship fights. And honestly, that says more about his growth than any highlight reel ever could. Then he admitted something even more profound. He stopped watching boxing for a while because it hurt too much. That's one of those little details you simply cannot fake. It tells you how deeply everything affected him behind the scenes. Now, does any of that guarantee victory against Tim Tszyu? Absolutely not. Boxing doesn't hand out wins because someone has an inspiring story, but it does tell us something critical.
So many things that I was getting warning after warning after warning. You know what I'm saying? I know God ran. I don't know. I guess he didn't run out of patience with me, because he kept like, maybe this would deter him a little bit.
Right.
He kept putting stop signs, but I was running.
Right. Passing through the back.
Yeah, I was running the stop signs. I was running them, but eventually I feel like, you know, I got it. I for sure got it now, but you know, I was just hard-headed, bro. Just going through the stop signs, bro. And
what it does tell me is that the man stepping into Australia isn't chasing the past anymore. He's trying to prove something to himself first. And fighters who find that kind of peace, that kind of internal resolve, they can become incredibly dangerous. Whether this comeback ends with another championship or simply another hard-learned lesson, one thing is certain. This version of Errol Spence already sounds like he's won a fight far bigger than anything that happens inside the ropes. And that, my friends, is why Crawford's early belief was so significant. But here's a detail about Crawford's backing that almost nobody caught. It changes everything you thought about his motive. This isn't just about respect, it's a power play. Crawford knows a dominant Spence win makes his own victory look even better. Imagine the headlines. He beat the asterisk best Errol Spence. This elevates his legacy. It's smart business. This move is calculated. He is not naive. Crawford is a chess master. He is playing multi-dimensional chess. He wants to magnify his own triumph. He wants to prove his dominance. He is a shrewd operator. This isn't charity. This is strategy. It's ruthless genius. He is looking far ahead. His vision is unparalleled. He controls the narrative. He is a true king. And if you think Tszyu's team is just shrugging this off, you are dead wrong. Kostya Tszyu, a legend himself, has been conspicuously quiet, but sources close to the camp are absolutely seething. They see it as a psychological ploy, an attempt to plant doubt, a disrespectful move disguised as camaraderie. It is fueling their fire. Tszyu's focus is laser sharp. His trainers are furious. They feel underestimated. They feel disrespected. This lit a fuse. The Australian pride is boiling. They are ready to prove everyone wrong. They embrace the villain role. This adds immense pressure. They are ready to explode. This is personal now. It is absolutely tribal. They will fight for respect. This changes the dynamic. What about the money? Because the betting market started reacting immediately. Instantly, the odds shifted. Not dramatically, but noticeably. Spence's betting line tightened. High rollers started sniffing around. They believe Crawford has inside information, or maybe they just trust his unparalleled eye for talent. This isn't about fan sentiment. This is about cold, hard cash. Insiders are moving money. They are chasing the smart play. The sharps are listening closely. They smell an opportunity. This isn't just a prediction. It is a financial indicator. The big money talks. It tells its own story. The numbers don't lie. This is a crucial detail. It suggests a hidden truth. But then the boxing media split right down the middle. This wasn't just a prediction anymore. Pundits are clashing publicly. Some call Crawford a hypocrite. Others hail his true sportsmanship. Fans are choosing sides. Is Crawford elevating the sport or just playing mind games? The debate is intense. It is becoming a proxy war. Social media is ablaze. Every forum is exploding. The comments sections are wild. Everyone has an opinion. Tribal lines are drawn. This creates massive hype. It draws in casual fans. This fuels the discussion. It becomes bigger than boxing. This is pure viral content. It is absolutely electric. What about Errol Spence's own corner? You might think they would welcome the support. Think again. Derek James, Spence's longtime trainer, remains stoic, but you can feel the tension. They appreciate the public gesture, but they also remember the knockout. They know the only real endorsement comes from within. Trust is earned slowly, especially in boxing. They are wary, they are cautious. Is this genuine support or another mind game? They need Errol focused, no distractions. They want him hungry. They want him angry. This endorsement complicates things. It adds another layer. They are fiercely protective. They want no part of any psychological warfare. It is a delicate balance. Speaking of Tszyu, while everyone is focused on Crawford, his team just revealed a secret weapon. Tszyu isn't just training for a boxer, he is training for an asterisk event asterisk. They have brought in specialized sparring partners, fighters who mimic Spence's unique southpaw stance, but with an added twist. They are simulating a post-accident version of Spence, one with unpredictable movements. They are preparing for anything. This isn't normal preparation, this is next level. They are leaving no stone unturned. They are obsessed with every detail. This shows their absolute resolve. They believe they can expose vulnerabilities. They are looking for the unexpected. This is pure strategic genius. Tszyu is ready for chaos. But then a legendary promoter known for his brutal honesty threw a wrench into everything. He openly questioned Crawford's sincerity. He suggested it is a play for attention, or a subtle way to put more asterisk pressure on Spence, to make the comeback even harder. Nobody gives away free wins, he scoffed. This business is cutthroat. He speaks from experience. He sees through the facade. He understands the game. This is not charity. This is a power business. Every move has a motive. He warned against sentimentality. This is a harsh reality. He called it what it is. It is a cold, calculated game. His words carry weight. They ring true. So what does this all mean for Crawford's own legacy? Because this move isn't just about Spence. Crawford is cementing his own GOAT status. He is showing a confidence that transcends rivalries. He beat the man, now he is vouching for him. It is a true power move. He is telling the world, I beat that guy, the dangerous, revitalized Errol Spence. It is genius-level chess. This elevates his own triumph. It makes his victory even bigger. He is defining his own greatness. This is a master class. He is building his legend. He controls the narrative. He is the ultimate alpha. His confidence is unmatched. He owns this moment. He is setting a new standard. This is history in the making. He is truly remarkable. So here's what we know now. Terence Crawford, the man who defeated him, is publicly backing Errol Spence. Tim Tszyu is promising to end this comeback story before it truly begins. And Spence himself has revealed a version of his life, a personal battle that most fans never got to see. And that brings us back to Crawford's initial shocking endorsement, because now you can see exactly why that mattered. This isn't just about a boxing match on July 26th. This is about one man's incredible resilience and another man's undeniable hunger to take his place. This is about legacy, about the future of the sport, and about what it truly takes to come back from the brink. And honestly, I think this fight will be a defining moment for both men, regardless of the outcome. So here's what I want you to tell me in the comments. Does Errol Spence complete one of boxing's greatest comeback stories, or does Tim Tszyu make a statement that changes the entire division? If this breakdown gave you the real story, hit that like button, subscribe, and smash that notification bell, because this situation is developing and I'll have the next update as soon as it drops. I'll see you in the next one. So here's what we know now. Terence Crawford, the man who defeated him, is publicly backing Errol Spence. Tim Tszyu is promising to end this comeback story before it truly begins. And Spence himself has revealed a version of his life, a personal battle that most fans never got to see. And that brings us back to Crawford's initial shocking endorsement, because now you can see exactly why that mattered. This isn't just about a boxing match on July 26th. This is about one man's incredible resilience and another man's undeniable hunger to take his place. This is about legacy, about the future of the sport, and about what it truly takes to come back from the brink. And honestly, I think this fight will be a defining moment for both men, regardless of the outcome. So here's what I want you to tell me in the comments. Does Errol Spence complete one of boxing's greatest comeback stories, or does Tim Tszyu make a statement that changes the entire division? If this breakdown gave you the real story, hit that like button, subscribe, and smash that notification bell, because this situation is developing and I'll have the next update as soon as it drops. I'll see you in the next one.